Hello, welcome to the Cool Garage. Today we're looking at a future project we're maybe doing, a 1971 Honda CB175 Twin. Obviously it's an older bike, it's over 50 years old. It is complete, it was running when put away 100 years ago, and we're not going to restore it to new, we're going to make it functional, look nice, and be safe. Um, First, before we start, I just want to apologize. The nut behind the camera, aka myself, um, forgot you have to switch it to video mode every time you start recording. So a couple of these I just took still pictures. So I'll point that out. But anyway, here is a look at the bike um, as we just started.
Hello, Ken from the Cool Garage here. And what you're looking at is potentially our next project. It's a 1971 Honda CB175. It's obviously not running right now. It's a little dirty. It's going to need a bunch of work. Um, Take a little closer look here. Got a little rip in the gas. This happened like 40 years ago. It's sad, but it's one of those things. Um, it's got 4,358 miles. I'm the second owner. Um, as you can see, it's got surface rust, spots everywhere here. The cables, and this one works a little bit. The throttle, yeah. So it's gonna need some work. Um, let's go back here, get a rear view of the bike. The exhaust is totally hosed. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it's a little bit shot. Moisture gets in there. Um, Chain's rusty. It's dirty. Um, Engine needs cleaning. Carbs will need to be redone. The tank on here, surprisingly, I'm not sure how well you could see or not. From the camera, I can't tell, but it's not really horrible inside. It should clean up pretty easily. It's a shame it's got the bit of rust on the spots there, on the fenders and the rim. We're going to try some Quad Zero steel wool on there to clean it up. Here's the engine, front side. It's basically in pretty good shape for being 50-something years old. My goal today is I'm going to break out the pressure washer, the simple green, and give it a good hose down. And look at redoing this possibly in stages. I'm open for suggestions on that. My first stage was perhaps taking off the front fork, suspension, rebuilding the fork, new brakes, no brake shoes, possibly wheel bearings. I'm thinking about replacing the steering bearings. Apparently, on these, the original ones are just ball bearings, literally ball bearings. And if you take it apart, pull the cap off, you can lose the balls. I mean, it's that way. They do make replacement parts that use a more modern tapered ball bearing. New cables, tires, tubes, and rim liners. These things are just it's just not safe to drive. It's old. And the cables, since they don't work, I think I'd rather just replace them. My buddy had an incident on a 350 he had. I think it was a CL 350. He was driving and the throttle cable pulled the whole throttle, just came right off into his hand. Fortunately, he was lucky because he went into oncoming traffic over the curb, landed on the sidewalk. There was no cars there, and he didn't get injured other than little minor abrasions on his stomach. But this is kind of like what it looks like. I'm going to break out the pressure washer and see if I can't get this looking a little bit better.
This was right after a quick pressure wash, gave it a hose down. Nothing too crazy, little simple green chemicals. Um, but this is just a quick overview.
Okay, I sprayed it. I used the parts cleaning brush on there, and really amazed at how nice the motor came out. It's looking a lot nicer. Could use a little bit more work, especially right in this area here, but it's not horrible. These guys will need a little polishing. Let's see here. Let's go to the other side. The pressure washer, that simple green, concentrate like that, the brush, really good stuff. Again, this needs to be probably get a clay bar on there. There's a little dust in here. Wipe that down. Same with the gas tank. Maybe give it a polish. It'll come to life. I'm interested in trying the steel wool, the quad zero steel wool on that and the rims and stuff like that. See how well it can come. I mean, it's not going to go back. It's not going to be anywhere near mint. But the goal is to make it run again, be very presentable, and most of all, safe. I don't want anything breaking on here, cables or anything like that. My son has an interest in the bike, and so safety is going to be paramount. So I know it's just a short video, quick introductory video on there, but it didn't clean up too bad. Even the sun has got a decent shine, a few scratches here and there, but hey, it's over 50 years old. How good a shape are you going to be when you're over 50? I wish I looked that good. Alrighty, well, again, thanks again, and stay tuned. Hopefully we'll get more stuff going on this. I order some parts for the bike to start working on it, and still have some other projects. I did promise finish my gate build. I haven't gotten to that, but the weather's nice now, so hopefully we'll get to that. Alrighty, till next time, you guys take care.
Just a quick blip. My pressure washer, nothing fancy at all. I'll call it the Kraken 300. It's got the tube where you can dip it in the chemical to siphon out, but that stopped working a long time ago, so I just mix up something and spray it. Just one last quick before and after photo of it. If anybody's knowledgeable and would like to put in the comments, and I'll apologize if I don't get back to you right away. It takes me a while sometimes to get to this stuff. On the best way to do this, I was thinking of doing the front suspension first, maybe taking that. One of the questions I've had, I know I have to replace the brake shoes and the wheels and all that stuff and the cables. However, is it worth replacing the front bearings and the steering bearings, or would it just be satisfactory to take those out, clean it, and put in new seals? So, if you have any thoughts on that, I'd be happy to hear them. Thanks, and until next time, enjoy, be safe.